You know, I recall when they first announced this would. I like that it's been so long since this game came out that there's already kind of a bit of a nostalgic value. Because I remember how excited I was when I got the announcement for. Well, when we got the announcement for Ripto's Rage. I specifically remember because I think it was recorded on my birthday. Well, uploaded to YouTube. I think it was my birthday. If not, it was the day after. And that was quite the birthday gift. I loved it. And this was the stage that they showcased. And up until that point, it was the only footage that we got for other games. Because up until then, most of it had come from Spyro 1. We finally got Spyro 2 footage. And, like, I think people were... When 2 and 3 were being showcased, finally... Like, I remember people were talking about how they were crying. Like, they could not believe just how gorgeous this game looked. And I am so absolutely excited because there's been hints that Spyro 4 is in the works. I'm not entirely sure if it's been confirmed. But from what I have heard, I actually don't have Crash 4 at the moment. I haven't really been buying that much. I haven't been buying that many games, and did I hit the right thing? No, I didn't. Wait, let me try and remember this. Okay, White Moon first. There we go. Yeah, the last two were the ones I always had trouble with, so that's how I remember those. White Moon first, then the Blue Circle. But yeah, I don't know if it has been confirmed, but I really hope there is a Spyro 4 in the works. I've just seen, hints about it. Lately I haven't been really buying any games. I haven't been buying any books at all. Just general things that I do in my spare time. Unfortunately. Well, yeah, eventually I do want to get Crash 4. It's about time. It looks really fun, actually. I suck at Crash, but I really do want to play that. I didn't think Toys for Bob was actually going to make the next Crash game, but I love that they did do that, and I love the designs of the characters. So, hopefully I'll be getting that one soon, and I really want to get that art book too. There's an art book for that and for this, so I really want to get those, and I really hope that we do get some confirmation soon. People are thinking that it's not going to be Spyro, not Spyro, that Spyro is going to, it's not going to be Toys for Bob that makes 4, if that is in the works. They're thinking it's going to be Beanox, because Beanox is, I think, the company that threw Spyro and friends into Crash Team Racing. And plus, Toys for Bob, yeah, we know it's probably not going to be them. Unless, they take a seriously long time. Because, yeah, they just got done with Crash 4. So, it's probably going to be Beanox that does it. I'm just going to take everyone's word for it. But yeah, I don't think it's been officially confirmed. It's just hints, because there's been Easter eggs in About Time. In It's About Time. And also in the art book for It's About Time. People have even, I think, made their own fan art for the supposed title. So, I really hope that happens. I want a true Spyro 4. And yeah, I actually wouldn't mind, elements from Enter the Dragonfly, to be honest. In fact, if they just did a full-on remake of that, I wouldn't mind. I don't really want one, to be honest, but, I still wouldn't mind. But the thing is, one thing I really do want to see happen is, see, Enter the Dragonfly was supposed to be a much larger game than it was. And I really want to see elements of that. All of the elements that were taken out. There's so many music tracks that were cut. There was supposed to be more stages, more dragonflies. Like, so much that was cut. I want to see that in a future Spyro game. They probably won't do that, but I really want to see that. Like, they had a stage called Baked Alaska. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like that name, but I've heard the track for it, and I think I've seen some art for it. I've at least heard about it anyway, because I know there's some art for the original Enter the Dragonfly that has been, dug up from the game. Like, there's been interviews of the old from the programmers and from people that worked on the game. Like, there's so much that was taken out. There's hidden dialogue. Well, not hidden dialogue, but dialogue that just wasn't put into the game. Like, there's so much that was leaked out. And I just really want to see that in future games. And yeah, I'm disappointed by this outro. It just seems underwhelming. I liked it better when the guy screamed, he went, "Dah!" I'm so sorry. I just found that funny. And yeah, just like Spyro 1, you can do this. You can spin him around and you can make him flap. Okay, so how about I do one more stage? And then I'll try and see if I can get this up. And then I'll come right back and I'll record the rest of Summer Forest. But let's hope this footage will come out okay. So I'm gonna go to Hyrikos next. So yeah, Hyrikos was one I didn't care too much for as a kid, but now I love the remix. I love the way that, I'm sorry, what do they call the gear grinders. I don't know why my memory is failing me today. No, the gear grinders though, I really love the way they look here. They look so much more menacing than the old ones. Which is saying something, because I actually didn't like how some of the other new enemies looked. They didn't really look menacing, they just look kind of ogreish and blobby. And I get it, they're enemies. But, I don't know, I didn't really like that look for Spyro, to be honest. But with these things, I don't know, it seems fitting. There's something I'm disappointed of, though. Tom Kenny's performance for the Electrolls. He doesn't sound, like SpongeBob. Because in the old one, that's kind of the voice I got out of that. But they look so cute! Look at them!
We've always had trouble with the gear grinders, but now they've set up force fields to separate us. If you...
I hate making this comparison, and you're probably going to be mad at me for saying it, but I'm going to say it anyway. The way Mike Pollock toned down his voice acting for Eggman in Sonic 06, that's what this reminds me of. Now, I'm not saying the voice acting is bad. In fact, you know what? Mike Pollock's voice acting, it's not even bad. It's just, it doesn't sound like Eggman. Not really. And yeah, he said that he toned down the voice acting for that. That's the same kind of thing that I feel with this. So yeah, there's really nothing wrong with it. It's just, it felt like both Mike Pollock and Tom Kenny, Tom Kenny, they just poured more life into the characters when they played older versions of them. So, I hate bringing up 06. That's a terrible game. I'm so sorry. It was the first thing that came to mind, though. it's really not just the Electros. Like, they do the same thing with some of the main characters. But the voice work, it's really not bad. If you're like me and you're so used to the old one, like, it's my childhood. Come on, get in there. The old game is my childhood. I've been playing it since it came out, and yeah, I'm probably just biased. But, you know, when you actually listen to the way that they speak these lines, the voice acting really isn't bad. Like, I think a lot of us are just so used to more, not more, but just something different. It felt more like they poured more life into the characters. And maybe it just seems more wacky that way. You know, like I said, it sounded like Tom Kenny was doing this in his SpongeBob voice. This isn't SpongeBob. In fact, this whole stage is kind of dull. I mean, that's the point. It's not criticism. No, I mean, look at that. Look at the sky. Look how stormy it is. It's raining. It's covered in clouds. Like, you know, it's dull. It's a nice, rainy, stormy level. So hearing the SpongeBob voice probably sounds kind of wacky. And maybe they felt that. I don't know. But I liked it better when Tom Kenny spoke that way. In fact, this is one of the most disappointing performances here. Like the way he says, ah. In the original, he said, "Arr!" Like he actually expressed frustration at being chased by these things and not being able to, you know, get the lightning stones back. I felt that frustration. In this, it's like, crap, this is an inconvenience. And I'm being just overly critical. Like, it just sounds like a... Trust me, this is just a comparison, and it's just a personal thing. Like, I just like the way they did it in the old one. But here's one thing I love about this. Like, apart from the way the stage looks and the way it sounds, because I love this version of Hyricos. Like, the Electros were probably the only things I really liked in the old one. But, you know, as a whole, I love this version of the stage. Like, this one, the track, I actually find it more relaxing. I like this mission. I like that it probably feels like less of a challenge for you to catch these guys, because really you just have to run back and forth. But one thing I absolutely hated was having to put the lightning stones in and hearing that stupid alarm. I didn't mind putting them in to summon these guys. In fact, that's really what made it more challenging. But that stupid alarm just got on my nerves. And yet, one thing I also hated was that sometimes they would end up in corners. And when they did that, they would just stand there and laugh. And if they did that, you either were not going to get them because they would just leap over you and disappear, or you can just be fast as lightning and catch them anyway. Because, yeah, once they leaped over you and they disappeared, they were not coming back unless you summoned them with these things. So that was annoying. So yeah, like, and also, here's one thing I actually don't really like, but there's lightning stones all over the place. Like, they don't seem to... Yeah, I think I only have one more left. They also don't tally how many you have with this thing. And here's something else. You can throw that over there. And it's supposed to appear somewhere. Wait, let me throw another one. Yeah, see, they just disappear. I liked it better when they just had the thing get tossed back up there. Like, it just flat out looked like someone tossed it. Like... We don't want your garbage in our dimension. Well, yeah, this was, I think this was a mission I hated as a kid because I hated the supercharge. But yeah, we're gonna have to bust through some gates. Well, not gates, some windmills. After I kill a few more enemies. So yeah, another thing I could talk about is the change from Spiral 1 to Spiral 2. As far as the enemies go, you don't have to kill every enemy. You just need to kill enough to power a power-up in the stage. This is in every stage. And Insomniac probably just liked it better when you had to kill every enemy, because they went right back to every enemy giving you gems in the third one. But unfortunately, they don't give you orbs so that you can get more lives. And maybe they did that because they thought they were being way too generous with that. Like, it's very easy to get a lot of lives in the first Spiral. So, I'm not sure why they changed that. Or maybe they just thought it was pointless. I'm not sure. You've probably noticed other windmills as well. The ones you don't have to supercharge through. Yeah, those are the ones that give you skill points. Oh, and you know what else I really want to see? I would love if the enemies from this epilogue were brought back. Like, it's not clear what they are, but I like that they're in the epilogue at all.